circle, all about circles. So calculating the length, the perimeter, the area, the length of an arc, area of sector, area of segment. So it's very simple. It's all about knowing the formulas. So the formula for calculating the perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r. That's one of the formulas. There is another formula, but I won't go into it. So for this formula, you just simply need to do 2 multiplied by pi. The value of pi is generally 3.14, or we can say 3.143, depending on what they tell you, times your radius, which is 10. And once you get all of that, you simply multiply them accordingly on your calculator, or you can work it out on paper. And whatever answer you get, that is your value. So in this case, our perimeter of the circle is 62.8 meters. And you are finished with the area, with the perimeter of the circle. Now with the area of the circle, it's pi r squared, which is translated as saying pi multiplied by r multiplied by r. The value of pi is 3.14 times r, which is 10, times r again, which is 10. So that's basically saying 100 multiplied by 3.14. And that will give you 314 meters. And because it's area, you will have to put your 2 above because it's squared. Once it's area, it must be squared. Perimeter do not have any squared. And then we go on to the length of an arc. The length of an arc is the perimeter multiplied by the angular proportion that is taken out. So in this case, we'll be working with here as the arc. So the fact that the angle for this portion is 14 degrees, it's saying the 14 degrees over 360 because the entire circle is 360. But there is just a small portion which is 14 degrees. And that should be multiplied by the perimeter of your circle. And once the perimeter of the circle, you already have that, so you can just put it there. So that's 62.8 meters. And then you just need to work out that on your calculator. And you will be able to get the answer, which is 2.44 meters. So the length of this arc here is 2.44 meters. And this is the part that is called minor arc. So if it was this bigger piece, it would be major. But because it's smaller than 180, it is minor. Area of sector. The area of the sector is the same, almost the same principle, which is the angle that you are given over 360 multiplied by the area of the circle. And since we already know the area, which is 314, you can just simply multiply them accordingly. So it's 314 multiplied by 14 divided by 360 degrees, which is equal to 12.21 meters. And it must be square because we are seeing the word area again. So once the word area is involved, it must be squared. And the final one, which is area of segment. The area of the segment says you must have the area of the sector and subtract the area of the triangle that you are seeing. So this portion here is your segment, and it's saying that you must identify your triangle and work that out. So for this formula, we'll have to work with half AB sine C. So that's saying half multiplied by A, which is the length of your radius, multiplied by the next length of your radius, which is also 10, because it's the same circle, multiplied by the sine of the angle, which is sine of 14. So that's saying, when you work that out, so half multiplied by 10 times sine of 14, you will get 12.1 when you round it off. So that's meters squared. Now the full formula for the area of the segment says the area of the sector minus the area of the triangle. So the sector is already here. So we know that is 12.21 meters squared minus the area of the triangle that was just worked out. So 12.21 minus 12.1. And the final answer is 0.11 meters squared. So the area of this little segment is 0.11 meters squared. And that's all there is for the circle. So perimeter, 2 pi r, area, pi r squared. Length of the arc, angle over 360 multiplied by the perimeter. Area of sector, angle over 360 multiplied by your area. And segment is the area of the sector minus the area of the triangle. And you can work it out and you will get your final answers. So I hope this video would have helped you to understand what to do when you're working with the circle to find the perimeter, area, length of arc, area of sector, and area of segment. So tune in again where I'll explain other mathematical concepts.